What's going on, family? Peace and light, peace and love. I am so appreciative that you took the time out of your day to link up with a sister named Shakesha. And I am so glad to be here right about now. I needed to take a break. This energy has been off the chain. And we can definitely thank that Pisces moon energy. Hold up, I got my headphones all tangled up. I'm gonna put them to the side so I'm not hearing no echo. But we talking about that Pisces moon energy that's about to go down. And this is going to help us to release a lot of shit that's not serving us. This is a powerful moon to really set intentions for the way we want things to go. See, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, right? So this is letting you know that this is the end of some karma, right? And all of that shit that you was doing that just wasn't working, like maybe overgiving in relationships, you know what I'm saying? Maybe addiction issues getting resolved. These is all in the realm of Pisces, right? A lot of that push-pull in relationships and everything. See, this is a time for us to be able to heal all of that shit and move forward so that we can start making the life that we've always wanted actually manifest itself for us. So we doing the damn thing right about now. This Pisces full moon is definitely, and it's a super moon, a super blue moon, which is a really powerful color to work with as well. I was just thinking about that shit too, like, a super moon, man. So that's definitely a powerful color to work with, that blue and that super moon. Hold up, I like this Baja blue. This Baja blue is a divine, a discerning, and an artistic color, right? Now, this is a good color to work with for that Pisces moon. Now, this is the Pantone color 183946. Now, this color, it just helps you to really start jumping right off into that Virgo energy, that Pisces moon energy, and really tapping you into that energy of communication as well, right? This is helping you to be able to pull energy from the divine realms. So this is a color that has a divine and alluring color. It resonates with beauty, purity, and wisdom. Mercury and then Venus move through the heavens during the month of September, we know, right? But this is a fine time when our thinking and our appreciation of beauty is heightened. Now we wrapping up that what is that? The retrograde, the Venus retrograde. I'm losing. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. But we ain't gonna let this shit just hold us back. We go push forward anyway, because it happens. That's what it is. Since we know it, let's just go ahead and deal with it, huh? But this can help us to ease a lot of the tension that we may have been experiencing during these particular times when we working all of this shit out. These are some hard energies to navigate, right? This is an energy that's going to help us in easing that tension and promoting some tranquility, right? Because this is going to open us up to higher consciousness and everything. What a powerful number number. What a powerful color. And the number on this color is Pantone 183946. The color is Baja blue. Y'all need to get with that shit. Incorporate it in your wardrobe to bring a little bit of pop of it out. Or shit, rock blue. When I rock blue, sometimes I'm just rocking blue, right? And then I might, you know what I'm saying, throw a little bit of red peaks in there and everything, just to make it a little liver than what it was and everything. But that blue, that Baja blue, is going to help to mellow out our energy, raise our vibration, and allow us to really put ourselves in a position for some higher consciousness. This is definitely some good shit to work with. It's good for that Mercurial energy. It's good for that water Pisces energy we dealing with right here. And it gets us set up for the month of September. You definitely want to rock with that color. I know this is what I'm finna do. So definitely doing that. I want to give a special shout out to Sister Doreen, who be out here tag teaming these charts with me. We doing the damn thing in these cosmic streets. Priestess Jasmine, woo, the truth in these streets. You understand what I'm saying, y'all out here, right? Definitely helped the sister out with moving some energy that was all the way through. Had some family shit that was going on. I was finna give her a call, but Spirit let me know that no, this is a time right now where we got to let things play themselves out. And so, you know what I'm saying? That sometimes we got to respect where we are and trust divine order. Definitely trust in divine order. Been doing a little bit of work too, y'all, with I lost my thought. That must not be something that I need to share with y'all. So I'm gonna keep it moving. Anyway, shout out to all the family that comes through on the cipher. Brittany Vibes. Oh man, she been breaking down some of that science about that. The sound frequencies she had posted up before. And I keep talking about that because this was something, I just love the way those synchronicities work themselves out, right? Because so many people in the soul family get a lot of these hits that's been on my radar, right? And that sound frequency thing has just been like really getting at me. And did some work with that shit a few years ago. And I was studying Jonathan Goldman, who's like, you know what I'm saying, a gangster with that sound frequency stuff, right? Reading up on his books and really learning how to clear out my chakras with the sounds of the chakras and everything. I think I'm gonna share that on the cipher on Thursday. Hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to do that because I got to run out of town and everything. Got some family shit going on, but I definitely want to make sure that I am connecting with the soul family and everything during this particular time, because we're dealing with some really tricky energy right about now. And this is a good time for us to really be in support of each other and giving each other those tools that we need in order to navigate this shit. You know what I'm saying? And the cipher is definitely where it goes down. There ain't no stars on the platform. We all there, right? That's why it's called Sirius. Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. It's the star of the masters. And this is where the masters show up, really supporting each other, right? Really supporting each other. And then the folks, even when they show up and they ain't saying nothing, the fact that they dare shows that they came for a higher calling. And so being in there, us being able to take an opportunity to look at the chart, to look at the numerologies, to see how the energy is flowing, to get a card read, any channels that come through, whatever we got that spirit is giving us, we call it to put that shit on the table and rock with it in some powerful ways. And spirit has been really coming through for a sister right here. I was telling y'all last time that I got on here on the solo about working with that Oshun energy. And if you didn't do that, I promise you, you cheated yourself. I promise you, you did. See, Oshun is like that sister girlfriend that's encouraging you to go on and do the damn thing. Girl, put that dress on. The hell with that. It ain't no overdress, sis. Let's do this. That friend. You want to rock with Oshun because she's going to encourage you to connect with your star player. She's going to give you this work that's going to really support you in loving on yourself. So you ain't out here in these streets taking shit from folks out here, right? You ain't out here allowing yourself to be shitted on out here. Oshun helps you to build that internal love for yourself so that you can come out here and show folks love and demand that respect that goes, that reciprocity that goes along with all of that and everything. Some definite powerful energy to be working with, to be rocking with. Oshun is an energy that I go and I taps into on a regular basis. Now, I don't know, like, what is the system? I believe her day is Friday, and I likes rocking with Oshun on Friday. And if that ain't her day, that's the day that I feel called to work with her. However, that's my day. I rocks with her and everything. I quit looking for how everybody else is doing it right about now. I'm at the point right now where I have moved kind of past that. Not that I'm not teachable. I am absolutely here for learning the lesson. I'm absolutely here for learning some new thoughts. I'm definitely here for all of that shit. But what I've noticed, especially when I'm working with these energies, it's always better for me to tap in and tune in with it myself so that I can build this personal relationship. And then I can work with it in my own way so that it helps to enhance my magic in a special and gangster ass way. So definitely work with Oshun. Shout out to her. Oh shit. And she expanded on this ritual that Sister Doreen had given us in the cipher with that cold face. The cold water face wash, right? And she was talking about how you take that cold water, icy cold water, and wash it, and rinse your face with that. And when you do that, what it does is it closes your pores. It helps to constrict the pores and everything. I got this information, let me tell you, as a child, when I was coming up through middle school, and something, I'm washing my face and I'm noticing I'm starting to break out. You know how at that time, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You having a lot of the new hormonal changes and everything. And then the skin starts erupting, you know what I'm saying? That puberty shit. And I'm washing my face and I'm using the little face wash. Back in the day, the shit was Noxema. Do they still sell that shit out here in the streets? But that used to be what my shit was the Noxema. My mom rocked it. My sister rocked it. That was a staple in the household. So I would put that shit on my face. But everybody washed their face with warm water up in the house. And some said, you know what we say? You wash your face with cold water. And I washed my face with cold water. And it seemed like almost instantly that shit started working, right? And so it just seemed like my skin was glowing. It seemed like, I didn't see as many pimples on my face. And slowly but surely, they just started to not appear as much. They come through every once in a while, right? 1, 2, whatever. But for the most part, I ain't had no issues with no acne and everything. And I believe that I can thank that cold water wash on my face. I won't wash my face with nothing else but cold water. That's what I deals with. So Oshun come through and she said, you know what else is clever? Is to make you some chamomile tea. So chamomile is gangster for the, hold up, let me pull this out. It's gangster for the skin. I forgot, see this book right here. It may not tell you, but anyway, the chamomile is gangster for the skin. You really want to work with this chamomile on your skin. It helps in brightening up. It clears up the complexion and it brings this sensual glow to it that I promise you, you will not forget when you're using this chamomile. Hold on, let me see what we got right here. Let me see what I got right here. Let me see what I got right here. But anyway, that chamomile, I'm telling you, it is a move to make. It's also, okay, so in this book that I got, because see, it's not really dealing with like what it does on the physical level. This is more on the metaphysical level here. And it talks about you can use this in prosperity charms to draw money. You can also add it to incense to bring some restful states for meditation. It induces sleep, of course, when it's burned. But you also know about that chamomile tea. Let's not get it twisted. But let me tell you another twist you can do with that chamomile tea that's going to bring it to a whole nother level. And let me tell you, because this Pisces moon, y'all, shit, I'm going to tell you, for some reason, she's been messing with me. And y'all know I like my drink. I like my wine. I like my weed. And she's been messing with me, especially that drink. So I've been backing up off of the wine. You know what I'm saying? Not so much with the wine and the cheese and all of that. Cheese, wine was my thing. I brought them together. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. I'm a creature comfort girl, Mars and Taurus baby, huh? Now, I like that shit, but it just started to not sit well. It started making my feet feel weird. It's just a bunch of weird baggage. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I felt like there was some poke in my side and everything. Like, what in the hell? So I'm drinking water and everything. I'm like, you know what? I'm cool on this shit. But then, I be wanting to unwind at the end of the day, right? So I takes me some chamomile tea and some ashwagandha root, and I throw that in my little teapot. You can put it just in a pot of water. If you ain't got no teapot, you put it in a pot of water and then get you a regular strainer and just strain off the herbs. It ain't nothing but a thing, huh? There ain't nothing we can't work through. Make it work. But I'm here to tell you this right here, this will absolutely help you to be able to get the edge off. Chamomile and ashwagandha root together is a magical ass combination, I assure you. And if you want them people like me that need to have that wind down and shit like that, ashwagandha and chamomile is definitely going to assist you with that. Now, I done heard the stories about the kava root. I'm going to check it out. I mean, I done had it a couple times, but it put me to sleep. This right here is just some mellow fellow shit right there. It helps you mellow. I mean, it can put you to sleep if that's what you just need to do. You know what I'm saying? You going to sleep if that's what needs to happen. However, if you just want to be in some chill shit, and it go good with weed too, on some chill shit, chamomile and ashwagandha, you need to do that shit. I'm here to tell you. And it also helps, it just helps all the way around. It helps to mellow you out. So even if you ain't got no weed, you still straight with that. You know what I'm saying? Because for some of us, you know what I'm saying? Some of us find ourselves chain smoking weed. I know me, if I'm going through a particular change, I will notice myself routinely under the influence. So I just want to give us, I'm going to always look for some little things that's going to help us to unwind, help us to unmellow, help us to find a nice little buzz without all of that bullshit ass baggage that's out here, right? You know what I'm saying? You finding yourself in the rehab. You know what I'm saying? You finding yourself waking up the next morning, getting a call about some shit you forgot about. You find yourself in situations, in spaces you don't want to be in. Sometimes we got to really make sure that we checking in on the direction that we going. See, I used to think I was cut ahead of the game because, it didn't change my personality like that. It made me more jovial. But you know what? Then here's another trick. It start messing with your health. It start messing with your wellness. It start doing little shit. So I always recommend, because, like I said, I'm kind of firm in my position about my creature comforts, but I do want to encourage everyone to be able to find that balance in that shit and look for alternatives so that we don't find ourselves into a space where we doing some shit that's detrimental. However it affects us, the shit has to be respected. And these are some ways for us to be able to create that space so that we can save the drink for the party, right? So that we can save the whatever it is that we got to do for the times when we really feel like we need to do that, right? We want to make sure, especially dealing with alcohol, that you're going to be in the highest vibration. I tell everybody about the deity Hoti that I work with when I'm dealing with alcohol, especially when I'm dealing with, company that comes around and everything, because he helps in raising the vibration so that we'll be in this space of celebration. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking for shit to be resentful and pissed off about, and then it turns into some type of confrontation. You know what I'm saying? Celebration, not confrontation. That's what we're looking for. But yeah, definitely rock with that chamomile tea. Take that chamomile tea, get it super cold, ice it up however you want to do it, and use that as a face splash. And I promise you, it's going to bring some shit up to the next level. It worked for me. I'm here to tell you, and I had to share that. I could not keep that to myself. I got to share it with my folks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely do that. And hold up, because I'm going down the list. I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting things that's important. And I want to also talk a little bit about this energy that has been, I've been opening up to a lot of this goddess energy, right? However, I have been being contacted by the god Hermes. And Hermes comes through bringing some spiritual lessons. They say that this is a trickster energy. Say it to be. That's the word on the street. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's the word on the street, you know? But my experience thus far has been love and acceptance and giving me an opportunity to step down off the high horse and look at other folks' view. So even if you're dealing with some folks that ain't even really been their best to you, Hermes has a way of stepping in and advocating for somebody that did some sucker clown shit and helping us to understand where they was coming from so that we can usher in just a little bit more compassion when we navigate in these streets. I forgot to throw my little Hermes scarf on today. I got me an Hermes scarf. My prized possession. It's a Zodiac, baby. And guess where that Hermes logo is? It's right there on the Gemini Zodiac, on the part of the Gemini Zodiac wheel. And I thought that was profound because, of course, this is the energy that Hermes is connected to. Mercurial energy. Hermes is connected to Mercury. And I thought to myself, wow, now this is some gangster stuff. Now, how I didn't even realize that this cat was trying to work with me for the longest. So now I'm drawn to the Hermes energy. Now, a whole lot was going on. A whole lot was going on. But here's how you know that Hermes was trying to deal with you, because I didn't know I missed it. And then it just hit me all of a sudden like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, this is the divine is so gangster, man. I'm telling you. So if you are seeing hares, rabbits, shit like that, I'm connecting it to Ishtar, right? Tortoises, turtles, Hermes. Hermes comes in with this energy about fertility and abundance, wisdom and perseverance. Also, the ram is another symbol that connects us to the energy of Hermes. And that ram also deals with Aries and the node shifting into Aries at this particular point in time. Hermes is about travel, about messages, about sleep, speed, intervention, awakening, invention, my bad, intervention too, probably. Awakening, tapping into your star player, that superhuman strength. You know what I'm saying? Really getting us in there. So really good offerings and working with Hermes is like honey and wine, bread, coins. You know, if you're a writer, you want to connect with this energy right here. If the poems, songs, whatever, books, you know it, blogs. Hello now. Oh shit, feathers too is associated with that. You know what? Here's the craziest shit too. Now, the other day I had my grandbabies with me and everything. We out at the park and shit, right? So then I'm going over to the park. There's this little hat and a sunglass. Somebody left their shit behind and all of this other shit. So it's a hat with a strawberry on it. And if you don't know, the strawberry is also a symbol for Hermes. And when you see strawberries and shit and it comes up a lot, you know, I know, you know, the strawberry ain't in the supermarket. It's that season and shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? So the strawberry, you go be seeing that a lot. But this is another sign and a symbol that Hermes is trying to connect with you, right? Now, for me, I got strawberries that's just growing wildly all in my backyard for whatever reason. And they just spread like wildfire. And I'm here for it. I like it. I think it's very nice, you know? When I noticed it and the Sagittarius full moon. So I gathered up me some of them strawberry pickings and put them in some olive oil and I charged it up in the sun and everything. And then I closed it up real good and everything. And I said, let me let this moon energy, this Sagittarius moon. Now, you know, the Sagittarius moon is in Gemini, huh? The Sagittarius moon, I put that up there. Ain't know nothing about no Hermes trying to link with me. Wasn't even thinking about none of that shit. And I'm charging it up. And I got that shit up in the windowsill. And I said, you know what? I'm going to hold this and I'm going to really let this sit in charge until it's around time, Sag season. That's going to be gangster. It's going to be most gangster. You heard? With them Sagittarius intention. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, it's connected to Jupiter, right? And we talking about growth, abundance, all of that. So now we go do something that's most gangster because strawberry go be gone by then, right? So anyway, moving forward, I got that up there. Something compelled me to treat my candles for this Pisces moon with that strawberry oil that I put together. So I did. And then I started working with that shit. And they like, this is the Pisces moon. See, Virgo opposite of Pisces, that's still Mercurial energy Virgo is, you see? But you got this down at the other Mercurial moon, which was Gemini. So now I'm seeing that I can use that at the Virgo, Pisces, the Gemini, Sag. This oil was going to make all of those intentions most gangster. So back to what I was saying. So you working with this, and I'm telling you, Hermes comes through in some powerful ways. And you put these petitions out and start really working with him. And I'm telling you, that shit works quickly, like you working with Expedite or some shit. You heard? And but yeah, I'm here to tell you that this is definitely surprise. And if you want to get an accelerated ascension trip, then you need to work with this one. But you can't be the type of person that want to sit around thinking it's them, it ain't me. If you in the business of protecting your ego and not keeping it $150, you don't want this smoke. If you in the business of feeling like that there's a hierarchy in this world and you sitting somewhere up here and other folks is down there, or vice versa, you don't want this smoke. You don't want this smoke, because Hermes is definitely going to show you some things about how maybe you may not be so much special after all. Now you special, he rock with you, he fucks with you, but he fuck with them too. And he wants you to recognize that, hey, we all got our shits. And you ain't no better than nobody else, so don't get your head all swollen. That's how he work. And if you got shit in your house, you really working with him. And let's say you person like me. See, this is another thing, you know, that you got to watch with Hermes. When you don't need shit, it's time to turn that shit loose. And this is going to be a good moon to release a lot of shit that ain't working for you, right? Now, we already know we doing that with the full moon, but with Virgo, it's that Virgo energy. We in Virgo season with that sun being in Virgo, right? And in Pisces, this is all about the shit we clings to, releasing the shit we clings to. Now, me, I'm a clothes hoard. I'm going to admit that. I'm working it out, though, y'all. I'm working it out. I like my clothes. But I've been going through a lot of the shit. It's not my style no more. I really don't rock that way no more. I kind of moved past that. Like, I don't like really over off the shoulder type of, you know, I used to wear them little one. I got one shirt because I just really like it because it got the flowers on it and everything. But for the most part, I ain't shoulder out type of chick. Well, you know what I'm saying? The one shoulder type shirt. That, you know what I'm saying? It was a vibe for a minute. Maybe it'll come back. You know, I still got the one. But however, you know, that was something that needed to go. The other thing that needed to come up out of my closet, as much as I like them so much, is them little one-piece outfits. You know, them shits is no good when you go to the park, right? Especially if you got to use them stinking ass outhouses that be sitting around in the park. Who in the hell takes a shit in the outhouse at the park? What the fuck? But you know, you gotta go, you know, but it just always steals my joy to have to go into the outhouse and somebody took a monster shit in the outhouse at the park. I don't know why. But being in there trying to deal with a one-piece outfit, trying to link up out of that in some trifling shit like that. And I had to do it because either it was that or piss my pants. right? So then I'm working with that. So you know what, this it's just no good for me no more. Now I don't need that aggravation. I want hassle-free clothes. So I know my daughter, she, you know what I'm saying? And then some of them was a little long. So my daughter, she got a lot of stuff that's long. Hey, she came out taller than me. It's crazy. I don't know how that happened, but you know what I'm saying? She came out, she a couple of feet taller than me. And a lot of things, she got this body that can really complement. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that, you know, have that plunging neckline and all of that type of shit. She can do that. So I give her some of these things that'll really work. Now I know I heard in the life-changing magic of tidying up, giving your shit away to people that's close to you probably ain't your best strategy because it still connects you to that inner hoarder, whatever. Whatever. Because when I got me something real nice and that, you know what I'm saying, before I release that, see, I got nice stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm blessing somebody that I like with it first before I just give it to charity. You heard? But anyway, but you know, that's just how I do it. But when you're working with Hermes and you holding on to shit like that don't work for you, you find that shit start disappearing. You lose that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, Hermes will figure, well, you wasn't wearing it, you ain't using that shit, so you didn't need that shit. So if you got shit that's missing and shit around working with Hermes and everything, you know, this is some of that shit you probably need to check in on. Is getting that shit together, getting some clutter, getting that order addressed, getting all of that shit addressed. But I promise you, the benefits outweigh the costs of dealing with Hermes. You better be right and exact. You better be the truth of how you operate. You better be one of these people that want to get right. Because if you are, you're going to be beautiful and working with Hermes because he going to help you along your journey. He going to help you step down up off your throne and join the rest of the world in this game we call, in this dance we call ascension. Yeah. So you definitely want to work with Hermes. Yeah. Because even though they say he a trickster energy, because shit be missing sometimes, you know, that's just what it is. But yeah, also I found a blue feather. So that blue feather, hold up, let me see. I had pulled up, I had a lot of information. Now, see, for me, it means that, you know what I'm saying? The blue feather is like, you know, that spiritual teacher, master, and all of that, a peaceful mind. But what it was also letting me know is that it's a time for us to clear out that chatter that's in our head and start focusing on the things that's most important. And don't nobody do that shit like I do. I will sit around and spin on a thought that don't serve me for quite some time. And I got to remind myself, hey, that shit don't matter, Case. It don't matter. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm like, yeah, right. Fuck that. I forgot. There's a sacred art to fuck that. You need to know that. Watch out for that. But anyway, yeah. So that's about where I was with that. Hold up, let me make sure I'm up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't taking up too much time. So then hold up. But you definitely want to deal with Hermes because he gonna help you move through all of these spiritual lessons. We got a lot of planets going in retrograde. So we already know that Mercury in retrograde. You see me stumbling over my words, what's whatever, you know, I do that. You know what I'm saying? Even when Mercury ain't in retrograde, I typically do really good for Mercury retrograde. This one just been a little special. I think this is because, you know, I'm that Virgo rising and it's just like hitting a little different, right? But yeah, we got a lot that's going on. And so even though, and it's just real funny because we wrapping up this Venus retrograde and I'm finishing it up, going back home, dealing with some family shit, and then wrapping it up and coming back home. So when all of this goes retro, with all of this retrograde energy, we got Uranus going retrograde in Taurus, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be all about us really paying attention to the things that we value, our comfort zone, shit like that. And this is also giving us this opportunity to release those things that don't serve us, those creature comforts that's not really working well for us, but we got in the business of dealing with it, right? The smoker that's sitting up there hacking and coughing and shit and still lighting up squares. We call them squares in Pittsburgh. They cigarettes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the slang word for cigarettes, is squares, you know. You still lighting them shits up. You know what I'm saying? You showing up in the hospital with pancreatitis. You still ordering Patron at the party, though. This is some energy that's going to help you cut that shit loose that's not working. See, if you showing up in the hospital with an ailment behind something, it's a wrap, fam. I need you to understand that. Hello? It's a wrap, fam. It's a wrap. When it's starting to be detrimental like that, it is a wrap. I'm sorry. I know I like hanging on the shit too, but it's a wrap. Yeah, anyway, okay. So anyway, let me tell, let's get a mojo bag that's going to really help us. This is another thing. See, I've been dealing with these mojo bags and they have been coming through in some powerful ways. I makes me a mojo for traveling. I makes me a mojo for dealing with family. I makes me a mojo for just about whatever in the hell I can think about, because it just got fun to me and I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then as I was in my meditation and everything, right? Spirit was letting me know, you know, I usually, if I want to really get grounded, I usually work with something like an obsidian or something dark. Something red, something root chakra, something brown. But you know what will help you to get grounded quickly is the clear quartz crystal. The clear quartz crystal is so damn gangster that it will help you ascend and it will help you to ground. That is, if you ain't got no other crystal in your life, in your arsenal, on your person, get you a clear quartz crystal. The clear quartz, all you got to do is get it to work with you. You get that bad boy, you get you a clear quartz crystal, right? And you want to clear this bad boy out. So you get you a little bit of salt water, you know what I'm saying? You clear it out that way, Florida water, however you do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of that. You clear it real good. Rinse it with just cold water. Blow on it. Be surprised. The power of intention is so gangster, y'all. Be intentional in what it is that you're doing. So once you clear this shit, you program it to do whatever it is that you needed to assist you with. And that clear course will support you in your endeavor. Yeah. So with that mojo, you definitely go get you a clear quartz. Now, I'm probably not one this big because, see, it ain't finna fit in my mojo bag, right? It ain't finna do that. So I'm going to give me a smaller clear quartz crystal, right? Because the clear quartz, it rocks with you. Now, this, if you want, you put whatever crystal you think is the shit to you. But this is what I rocks with at the end of the day. Now, I got a lot of other ones because, you know, that Labradorite, it speaks to me too. You know, those is my two. But this is the most gangster. In this mojo bag, I like pretty mojo bags. Get me a little one like this right here. Now, red, blood red, mojo red, hoodoo red, whatever you want to call it. This is my most gangster color. This is what really helps me to bring the power into the shit that I do. What's your color? You can use mine if you like. It's here. It's on Amazon too. But what's your color that bring your most gangster? And then use that for your mojo bag. Because see, my mojo bag, whatever it is I'm doing, it go in the mojo bag like that. This is my most gangster. Now for this particular one right here, we go be linking up to some clarity, some vision, some focus. No, let's talk about what we finna do. I'm gonna pull me out some, make me a mojo, astragalus root. And astragalus root is going to work with your clarity, your vision, and your focus. This going to be our Mercury retrograde mojo. That's what we got right here. Huh? That's what we got. That's what we doing for this. This is some support for Mercury retrograde. We got a Mercury retrograde mojo going on. That's what we dealing with right here. Huh? We got Hermes. I might as well just do it all the way. Because this astrologus root right here, it works with that clarity. It helps you to focus. It helps you to really solidify that vision. Yeah, you gonna need that. Get you astrologus root. You can find it on Amazon, eBay, wherever in the hell, you know. I like mountain rose herbs. You deal with whoever you deal with, you know what I'm saying? I also have a co-op here. So if they got that shit, I cops it right here. Another most gangster herb is Solomon Seal. Now, Solomon Seal is going to support the well-being. Because see, we got a whole bunch of retrograde energy going up that's going to be in conjunction with some of this during this whole period we dealing with right here. So you can keep this and hold this on because the intention is still gangster. You heard? So you get you some Solomon Seal, and this is going to help your well-being. This is going to support you in embracing these changes, the shift that you need to make so that you can really make this life gangster for you. You really wanted to pop. You really wanted to sparkle. Get you some Solomon Seal. It's going to help you to be able to make the changes so that you can break bad habits. And it's also going to help you keep the devil away. It's going to keep the devil away. And every time he tell you, oh, you know, you need that, you get you some of that. And you say, no, I don't need that. It's messing with my health. It's detrimental to my well-being. This is counterproductive to my wellness. Solomon Seal, get that devil away from you. All right. And then, of course, my favorite, this is I know I keep saying everything is most gangster. It is for me. I know. Most gangster, Angelica root. Angelica root is the Holy Ghost root. Got us speaking in tongues in these streets because this connects you to them angels. You got to know that, right? This is about your connection. This is going to help you to connect with the higher realm divinities out there. This is good for your health. This is good for your empowerment. This is good for your positivity. This go keep the negative Nancy away from you. Get the player hater off your shoulder and everything. This is going to be that courage, that emotional wellness that's going to be rooted in your own magic, in your own integrity, right? This is all about your emotional wellness, making your home peaceful, your prosperity and everything, right? See, they used to use this Angelica root in the plague to protect people from illness. How gangster this herb is. You need to know that. Now, here we go. Let's talk about what we gonna do with these. Okay, so we got our astrologus root, we got our Solomon Seal, we got our Angelica. Bip, bam, boom. I'm dealing with three. Let's do a threesome on these oil because I like to get these oils to get together to give me just the right hit. So I'm gonna go with acacia. Yeah, I like that. Acacia is all about, see, this is some air energy too, right? It also helps to connect you to higher realms. This is good for, see, I had rocks. See, and if you don't know, acacia is the secret sauce in all my intention oils. Now, don't tell nobody that shit because I'm going to tell them you made that shit up. But that's my secret sauce. Now, keep that shit to yourself. Use that. I'm telling you, this is what's going to get you right. Yeah. That acacia, the frankincense, and the rosemary. This is going to add the spiritual gangster to all of that. You're going to do 3 drops each. And you're going to work with that. And then you're going to write a powerful word. We call them hikas. What are they? Something that's going to help to charge your energy forward. You know, like I got one that bring the magic. You know, Jupiter, I grow, whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your thing is, you know what I'm saying? All things good is coming my way. Whatever that is, whatever is going to help you. You're going to write that on. I like yellow. Wrap it up. you know, write on a piece of yellow paper if you got that shit, and put them herbs and all of that with the oils in it and everything, because you're going to drop that oil. I'm sorry, my bad. You go drop that oil on them herbs so that you can really wake that shit up in that mojo. Wrap them up in there and fold it towards you. Now, the reason why I'm asking you to fold that shit towards you is because when you fold it towards you, that's how you bring that energy to your direction. You cannot, listen, and I want to make sure that I'm checking that too. Let me check in. See, when we talking about doing magical rituals, right? You do not want to half-ass this. You got to put the work in anyway. See, when you dealing with magic, it might sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? You get dealing with a ritual and they tell you to do some shit like dig a hole at midnight in the woods, or collect some brick dust and gather some dew at dawn. All of that weird ass shit. That's all about helping to get that subconscious mind in alignment with your intention. You need to do something that's out of the ordinary in order for you to pull the magic up out of yourself. You ain't feeling like you went through a change. There is no rite of passage if you doing everyday mundane shit, right? Okay. Just wanted to check in to make sure we all on the same page. All right. Moving forward now. Now you're going to move that shit towards yourself so that you can pull that energy towards you. Wrap that up in the yellow paper. And then you go put that in your mojo bag. And then on top of it, you go put your clear quartz. Anything else you might think you need in there, I'm just giving you the basic right there. Boom. Close it up, seal it up, right? And then you keep this, and you keep this on your person, right? You put it in your pocket, you put it in your bra, you put it in your sock. You put it up under your pillow at night so that you can get this all the way in your aura, in your dreams, in your shit. You need this in your life. I promise you, you do. This your magic. This your mojo. And you go keep yourself in alignment with your intention. You want this to really start to work with your energy. So you must keep this on you at all the time. It ain't gonna really work too well for you. See, I remember I saw that somebody told me their mojo didn't work. Figure that. I left it at home. Well, that's why it the hell ain't working. Miss me with that bullshit. But anyway, yeah. We got this retrograde shit going on, so we got to recognize. We got to check in. We got to make sure that everybody on the same page with how this shit is supposed to go. Okay? We got to make sure. See, because here's some things that I wish that I knew. Hold up. I already told you, Shortcuts is going to give you the dollar store version of success at best. Shorten rituals out of laziness is dangerous. So please don't do it. If you can't, if you got to take unless spirit show up and give you that inclination to do it differently, don't take no shortcuts. And don't ego trip, because it will affect your effect. Trust me, I know I'm a Leo. So I want people to know I got some hot shit going on. We don't need, I promise you, it will not serve you. I tried to mix that shit in with the magic. It don't work. No ego tripping. It will mess with your effectiveness. I'm telling you, trust me. Trust me. Hard work is the path of the most gangsters. You need to understand this, fam. And I'm not here to bullshit and lecture nobody, but gangsters pay the cost to be the boss. You got to respect the divinity of the heart, of the art, and the heart. You got to keep your vibration high, your space, your tools clean, and you got to focus your mind. It is important to be focused and intentional, and these are some herbs that's going to definitely help and support you with that shit. Because wonder mind, it dulls your efforts on what you're trying to do. Now, we already know that meditation can assist in strengthening your mind to focus. Taking herbs like gotu koala, lion's mane, ginkgo biloba, all of them shits, they help. Right? And these are some other tools that will assist you with that. But when we doing this, we can't take it too seriously. We got to have a good time. I was all serious business. Hold up, get the hell up out of here and silence this house while I get my ritual together. I promise you that attitude ain't helping. It does not serve. Have fun and play with this shit. And when you raise the vibration on it, amazingly, when I took all the serious business out of it, this is when that shit working. I'm telling you. And then you know what? I got folks that surround me who think that I ain't based in reality because I'm thinking I don't want no job. I don't want to work. I think I can just do money rituals and just do nothing but sit around and giggle. Whatever. Until I find something I want to do. But you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I know, whatever. But you know, that's just how I'm feeling right about that. I ain't finna do shit right now. I am finna do only that which I like. I want to be creative. I want to have fun. I don't want a job. I don't want to get up early in the morning. I don't want to bust my ass. That ain't no fun for me at all. Hey, yeah, and I forgot. Yeah, you know, I've been cleaning carpet and upholstery. If you know somebody that want to do that, I'm trying to build this up. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my ritual together. We starting to really pick it up. I'm about to replace me too. So then I can really be about the business. I want to take care of my house. I want to create cool and little magical things. And I want to be about my business. That's what I want to do. And I want to be here building on this spiritual gangster that we got going on. That's what I want to do. So when you're doing all of this shit, make sure that you're very intentional and be sure that you trust. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a time for us right now, fam, to really begin to dealing with the inner child. I was doing a little bit of work on the inner child, but it just started bringing me back to like, you know, it started making me feel like as I was starting to do the research and putting together some things. I remember I did a program when I was working, had a series of groups that we put together that really dealt with the inner child. And I started to pull that shit out. And it just put me back into the work. And it just started to just you know what I'm saying? Just started to make me tired and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? Let me just deal with your inner child shit. There's my work on that. Fuck that. Anyway, trauma does not give you a pass on treating people poorly. You got to heal. You got to heal. Get your shit together and heal. It is important. That's what these retrogrades is all about. We got a lot of retrogrades that's coming up. This happens all the time, giving us an opportunity to really make these corrections. But the way we got this set up, we got this, the way that the divine has these planetary alignments set up at this particular time, this is for our ascension. This is for us moving forward to do some most gangster things. You got to know that, and you got to trust that. But I think I done talked long enough. I had a whole shit ton more information and shit that I wanted to share, but probably not. It was a bunch of, it was just a bunch of more stuff that you know that was in my world. Man, I save it for the cipher. That's what I do. All right. Listen, I love you all. I gotta go. I've been talking for quite a long time and didn't notice that, but I gotta get up out of here. So peace and light, peace and love. Oh. Hold up. Where am I? There we go.